you are joining a private club and you're trying to run to become the leader of this private club. And so he's, as a candidate, you sign off, you're not going to go to court, and this is for the leadership. And so it's very ironclad that you actually give up those consent to those things up front. And so I don't know what the chances are for them to reverse a disqualification. And also ballots, some of the ballots have gone out. So there's 6 candidates. You have Patrick Brown, Pierre Poilievre, Jean Charest, Leslyn Lewis, Scott Aitchison, and Roman Baber. They're on the ballot. So some people are potentially voting for Patrick Brown. Now, the interesting thing is July 3rd was the deadline for memberships. Why is that important? Because each of the campaigns want to sell memberships, then to go to those members and say, hey, vote for me when you get the ballot to your home address, where your membership address is. So how do you become a member? You pay your $15 annually. You have to be over the age of 14 years old, a resident of Canada, not a citizen, a resident, and residing in one of the 338 ridings with a home address. And so now that goes out, and it's a ranked ballot. You get 6 options. You can choose one or rank in the order of your choice of the candidates from 1 to 6. So we're going to talk about what it means for the leadership election, which is on September 10th when they have a new leader elected. But all of this is going on, and some ballots have been sent out because, they need to go back by August for it to be ready for the September 10th announcement for the election. The other thing is the party also put out a statement saying that there's going to be 675,000 eligible members. Now, that's not the exact number, that's a rounded number, but the campaigns all had until July 4th to go back to say this is the list, some of our people are not on there, or hey, you need to remove some duplicates. You get a chance to get the preliminary list when the deadline that was July 3rd ended, to be able to dispute that you should put some members on or remove some members, and then it's the final list. The final list is the list that campaigns are going to essentially call, all 675,000 people and say, who are you going to choose for first choice, second choice? Can we get our candidate on your list? And so there's a lot of work that needs to be done. There's a point system. I'll describe the point system of how this is all going to work. So this complicates all of that, whereas some candidates were hoping to be Patrick Brown's second, we'll talk about that as well, choice on the ballot. But this is all happening. It's taking all the airtime, and this seems very reminiscent of 2018, what happened to Patrick Brown right before the provincial election. And this is right before the leadership election.
That's exactly the point that I made to Patrick Brown. I did ask Patrick Brown in our interview. I asked him specifically this point that you just made. I asked Patrick, is there a sinister campaign going on against you? Because Patrick Brown was about to be crowned as the Premier of Ontario. And at that very particular point, Patrick Brown, he had to face allegations of 2 anonymous females who allegedly said sexual misconduct, and which Patrick Brown denied, and they weren't proven in the court of law. Later on, yes, Patrick Brown, he did sue the media involved, and then yes, there was an out-of-court settlement before he started his leadership campaign. So Patrick Brown, I asked him this question specifically. He was mainly accusing Pierre Poilievre camp, which has denied. He was also saying the Conservative Party, their conduct is not good. And also Patrick Brown, in my interview, also said Justin Trudeau would be very happy, because Patrick Brown is saying this, he's claiming that if he's out of the race, then it's going to be difficult for the Conservatives to win. So he's saying Liberals will win another general election. So that's what Patrick Brown is saying right now. But I think at the heart of the discussion is 2 contradicting statements that we are getting over here. One is the whistleblower, Debbie Jadoo. Debbie is mentioning that yes, she was asked by the Patrick Brown campaign to work for them. On the other side, the story that we're hearing from Patrick Brown camp is they're saying she came over looking for work. So this is the first thing, but this doesn't matter. It's not a big thing, whoever asked for work. But this is, I think the different contradicting statement starts from here. But mainly at the heart of the discussion is the whistleblower. She's saying this thing that yes, I was told by Patrick Brown directly that yes, it's okay, it's fine. You work at a company, you're being paid by a private company, and you can still volunteer at my camp. So this was being told to her. And on the other side, Patrick Brown camp is saying, we told her that you work for this company and you can volunteer for our campaign outside your work hours. And they said if at all there is any issue, they can reimburse the company. But Patrick Brown camp believed this, that she's working outside of her work. So I think this is the main point. This is the crux of the discussion that we need to have.
You are watching Channel Y, a South Asian Canadian channel.